Can I turn this ugly planter into a high-end DIY? Stick around because this DIY just might save you hundreds of dollars. I have been seeing these Pottery Barn fountains everywhere. They are all made of concrete and they are all $300 to $1,000. So I decided I wanted to try my hand at duping one. I'm actually making it for this guy. Don't tell, it's a surprise. But I found these really cool wine barrels at Sam's Club for $15. You cannot beat that price. I mean, I may have gotten a few other things. Don't judge me. They had some good deals. So I took it home and grabbed some other supplies. This is a submersible pump and then some concrete patching. I already had a copper pipe from a different project. I grabbed my drill and added a drill bit that's meant for drilling round holes. This one is exactly the size I need in order to put a hole in this planter so that we can put the cord through and have it plugged in. I promise I will show you how we're gonna make it waterproof. The pump fit beautifully right in the center there. And now it's time to start the process of making it look concrete. Now let me tell you, I've never done this before. I have not seen anyone who's done it. So this was me just doing trial and error. At the end of this video, I will tell you exactly what you should change and how you should do it differently to where it's so much easier for you. Learn from my mistakes. I first started with the concrete patching compound because I want this to be a smooth surface. I don't want to be able to see those edges, those lines. I want it to be a smooth, circular, almost oval shape. So I started adding chunks into those lines and just smoothing them out to help it blend. And it actually stuck pretty well. I was pretty impressed. And as it was falling off, I picked up the fallen concrete and reapplied it. Waste not, want not. And honestly, using my hands was the easiest way just to smooth it out and make it stick really well onto the planter. Like always, there's a time in your DIYs where you have a little bit of a heart attack and wonder if you made bad choices with your life. But I think it's gonna come along. After I got the first coat on, I was going to let it dry, but I wanna show you the coolest thing in my yard that I'm obsessed with. Have you ever had a package just disappear? You open the door, nothing there. Yeah, we've all been there. Porch pirates, soaked boxes, missed drop-offs. It's 2025. We shouldn't have to deal with this anymore. Meet the Stonemore anti-theft mailbox. Secure, stylish, and totally stress-free. With a shock-absorbing pad that protects fragile items, a lock that keeps your deliveries safe until you open them, and a weatherproof design that stands up to anything, it's the smarter way to shop online. Say goodbye to your old, non-functional mailbox. Stonemore adds modern curb appeal and serious protection all in one sleek design. You'll wonder why you didn't get one sooner. No more stress, no more stolen packages, just peace of mind delivered every time. Stonemore, lock down your deliveries in style. Shop now at stonemorehome.com and bring home the smartest mailbox on the block. So I let my concrete planter dry for 24 hours and then came back to use some Quickrete. So this Quickrete is only $3 and it is going to add some of the bulk to the outside of the planter. I really just want to make it look more thick and more smooth. So we're gonna try this, and I will tell you there are some challenges with it, but just getting the Quickrete turned into concrete is so simple. I just poured it in the bucket and then slowly added little bits of water until it reached the consistency that I wanted. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I am working to continue growing it, and I would love to have you here. We have so much fun doing all these DIYs, dupes, and thrift flips. So I got to work adding the second layer, and this is the actual concrete, the Quickrete. It went on so much smoother than the original concrete patching. Now, wait, because we did have a little challenge with it, you'll see, but it looks so much closer to what I was going for with those Pottery Barn dupes. I actually really enjoyed this process. It's really satisfying, and I have never worked with concrete before. It was a little intimidating at first, but so much easier than I thought it would be. The most challenging area was the top. I wanted to cover the top to where it looked concrete, but I also wanted to make it smooth. So that was a difficulty. I really just had to hand smooth it, pat it on, and try to make it stick. As it was drying, I could see the look I was wanting come along. It still needed some smoothing, but it was starting to look like what I was wanting. I left it to dry in the sun and it started drying quickly. As you can see, it's getting that light color that is really similar to those Pottery Barn fountains. Up next, let's add the pump. So I was excited about this pump. I was so excited that I actually forgot to put the bottom little, what are they called? Suction cups that go on the bottom of the pump. And these actually will hold it in place. So it came with the pump, I just forgot to use it. So I'll show you how I stabilized it in a second, but it was so nice that the cord fit right through there. I actually had some waterproofing tape. It's called Alien tape, and I've used it on my patio roof before, and it has kept water out amazingly. So you could do some sort of plumbing tape or something that is more professional for blocking out the water and sealing this hole, but what I had was the Alien tape already, and it, I will tell you, has worked so well with waterproofing. So that is what we're gonna do. I cut a slit to where the cord could go inside of the tape, and then I used multiple layers in order to make sure that we sealed it off as much as possible. I pressed on it with my fingers just to make sure it was really sealed onto the planter, and it sealed up beautifully. I will tell you, if you do want the inside of your planter to be the same color as the concrete, I did consider that but decided to stay with the black. You should be spraying it about this time or even before you put the concrete on. So I grabbed my 3/4 inch copper piping that I had, and it fits perfectly with the attachment that goes with the pump. I cut it to size based on how high I want the water to come out of the fountain. And then added just a little bit of the tape between the pipe and the plastic connector just to make sure we had even more sealant. Again, you can use plumber's tape if you really want to make sure that seal is perfect, but this worked really well. I attached it to the pump and then headed to the store to grab some stones to keep that pump stabilized. By this time, my husband knew I was creating the fountain.
Yeah.
I found these rocks and I thought they were pretty cool. They were very heavy, by the way. But we decided these rocks kind of look like potatoes. It's for your fountain. If you want potatoes in your fountain.
I don't want no tater fountain.
Okay. Here, I'll let you grab these. We decided to go with the black rocks. They were really pretty, and I think they will really blend in with the black in the bottom of the fountain and just add a little nice look. I took them home and started adding them to the fountain. I put the fountain where I wanted in the middle of the planter and then just placed the rocks around it in order to stabilize it. Like I said, I completely forgot to put the little suction cups on the bottom so it didn't stick. It would have been much easier if I did that, but it's all right. We're just going with the flow. I used 2 bags in the planter fountain, but you could add even more if you wanted the rocks to go up even higher. I started adding water and noticed something really bad. Of course, I didn't notice it until the fountain was completely full of water. Did you see that? So I quickly ran to the hardware store and grabbed this concrete patcher and resurfacer. I'm hoping that it will hold the concrete that I put on there a little bit better and really just stick it all together so we don't have any more pieces breaking off. That was stressful. And now that the water is in it, I can't really move the fountain. So we are going to do our best to patch this. Can you see where I patched it? And the patch was a different color than the concrete. So I had to do one more thing. And also know that I'll be adding a little bit more water so it will hide the level where the concrete and the black of the planter is different. So I'm hoping this will be the last step. I added one more layer of Quickrete because I want that light concrete color, and the resurfacer was the dark concrete color. So I mixed up a little bit more Quickrete just to go over the top of my fountain. Here's some of the pieces that were lost in the battle. As I was getting set up, I felt like I was being watched. I was, by my cute little ladybird. So this is a process I hope you don't have to do. You can do this without the water in it. It would make it a lot easier to move and put in a place where you don't have to put pieces of paper or cardboard down to protect the concrete. But I started adding the Quickrete around it just to resurface it, add that concrete color to it, and I'm hoping that it will end up looking beautiful. Let's cross our fingers and see what happens. Literally dripping. Oh, we'll see how this goes. Oh my gosh. This is so cute. This little bird is watching me because he has a nest on our porch. Oh, he's being very patient with me. Let me show you. I don't know if you love birds, but I am a birder for sure. He was very nice and did not swoop at me while I was doing my project. And look how cute the nest is and the eggs we saw inside. All right, it is time for me to show you the outcome of our Pottery Barn fountain dupe DIY. Did I make some mistakes? Yes. And I'm going to talk to you about what you can do in order to not make those own mistakes. Here's what we've got. I am so excited, and my husband was so excited with the outcome. So let's talk about the things I would do differently next time. Definitely use the suction cups on the bottom of the pump. I think I would paint the inside so that it matches the concrete, and then use the patch before you use the Quickrete, just to make sure that you do not have any concrete falling off and breaking. It is a great stabilizer and will hold it together. And don't put the water in too early. Thank you so much for being here with the Flippers Guide. I would love to hear your comments, suggestions, or what you think I should do next time. Thanks so much for watching. Remember, you've got this. You can do this. I will see you next time.